Hello gamers, hello noobs. For this game, I'm with a player who's constantly diamond. He has won every single game this tournament. Hired Wild Merlin, who's a complete opposite of Johnny. His cute avatar make girls simp for him. His Chad makes guys simp for him. Member of the Walter Juniors. Let's ring the bells for the RadiantCowbells.
Thank you very much. You're correct. There is a lot of spam already. It's been
My god.
10 seconds into the game.
This is a regular game, and we have Bangle Bangle, Meeman, Salty Potato, Voa, Rose, and Star Crush. So Vangle and Salty Potato, we can expect them to talk a lot. Voa said he won't be talking much before crit, but he's been lying, I guess. Oh, 1.3.
Okay,
Might make sense.
That's an interesting pick, 1.3.
But it's like, yeah, it's like that's a claim. And Glorious rejects that. That's something she never did before. 1.4, so we are resing who? I'm struggling to understand those in ones, at least at the first glance.
I mean, it says war is res, but I don't know how to interpret 1.4.
1.3 into 1.4 with 1.1 are kinda sussy. We are looking at
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not in this.
Unpicking Star Crush here and fuck 1.3?
I think you can. I also think you can just pick 1.2 picker.
Oh, picking.
Like, you should probably pick in those two, yeah.
Picking.
But I already don't like these M1s.
Oh dear. I mean, the chat is like excruciating. Like, so much chat already. Give me a minute, bro. I'm so sure. Can you find the logical pick? Oh dear. That's a good question. Can Rose
I mean, it's supposed to be me, man, right? Like, that's what 1.4, 1.3 says. But, like...
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that a lot. Because of 1.4. Exactly. But those M1s are very strange. And so far in this tournament, where we had like those strange chaotic M1s, it was 1.5, 1.6 both for us. Every single time. So let's see if we follow on that.
What do you think the probability is that, like, the biggest claim I think in M1s is that, like, Me Man reses War, 1.3 reses War, and then War turns around and reses Me Man. What is the probability, do you think, that both of them are actually res?
Both Meme and Voa.
Yeah. Because that's what the M1s are saying, in my opinion.
So
But
that would assume Salty and Vangle Bangle Spice, or Salty and Star Crush, or Salty and There's a lot of picks. Damn. I'm really struggling this game. I feel like just pick something logical, whatever logical is this game, and then look how people play M2s. I don't feel like this game will just have everyone adding to M2. Unless it's like something off-picked.
I just feel like this, like, I'm gonna predict now this is a bad M1's game. I just don't buy the narrative. Like, this feels too like there is no effort to like these DM1s. If Meeman and Bor are both spies, then I feel like the spies were really passive in this.
Oh dear. And this is probably one of the worst picks, unfortunately. Oh man, I wonder how was this picked? What was the logic? This is being accused for sure.
I'm gonna guess it's a chat read.
Oh, oh yeah,
So that's my guess.
We're not looking at chat. That could be the case. I was thinking that if we have bottom ones, then for some reason I'm inclined to think that 1.1 is off-picking to us. Starcrush and Meeman. Then Meeman on-picks Voa, which could be a bottom one. I'm not sure. It could be like Zigzag, but it could also be bottom or anti-Vangle and Glorious or right-hand side in Starcrush. There's a lot of things that could happen, and people are adding besides 2.3.
I
2.3
mean,
is this
2.3
very
has to, I think.
yeah. This is this normal accused. We see this so often in this tournament, and I feel like it was always picked by a VT so far. I remember in the previous game it was picked like that by a VT. It was Sachin. Then we had Tom doing the same pick in Voa's seat. And every single time it was a VT pick. Never Assassin, never anything else. So a lot of like, how can I call this? Processes that seem to repeat. Voa, what do you do here? I would just add.
I think you kind of have to, because I think Glorious could very well be PR who hid behind the potential chat read to pick Wangle. But like, if Wangle's not, if M2 fails and you're Res and Wara, like, I don't know if you can ever allow Glorious to be Res again.
Whatever? This chat is so, it doesn't sit well with me. Whatever. It was like I was thinking about something,
Yeah.
and then I give up on thinking about stuff, and I just do the lazy thing. Dessert for being lazy. Oh dear. Alright, Voa isn't on 3.1. That's for sure. So who do you pick, Vangle? Vangle could pick Meeman. Well, it also depends how does she think about Meeman's accuse. Is she accusing him 1+1? Or is she accusing exactly 1.5? Then Zigzag. Do we want to see Zigzag this game? It's 1.1. And I could see Vangle and Voa being two spies. Vangle of picking Torres and Voa because he's 1.4. He's off picking his co-spy because he can. Always on M2 anyway.
Actually, I like that team, actually. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Dear Glorious. But I'm just don't know if it passes. If she finds it. It assumes bottom once already. But then it just checks out. PR Vangana.
This is some great chat by Wara.
I was about to say it. He sounds sussy.
Oh, I just realized it's not actually PR. It's because he said it in the previous game. It's
a reference. Yeah, I see. Dream Team ain't all rest. Reference to first game.
So I actually have a problem with the fact that Woa doesn't spy Glorious, because I feel like Woa's pick asks for Mean Man. Glorious picks Wangle Bangle, it fails. Like, so what role is Woa now?
He looks like two different roles. Oh, Rose. Oh, Rose.
Oh no! You like, if you wanted this one, you pick Mean Man and M1. You could even pick Star Crash. Like, this shouldn't.
Excuse me.
I mean, it might be clean, but it shouldn't pass.
Well, if it's clean, then things aren't looking good because Voa is talking to Vang and is Voa solo rejecting. Well, I guess we bring Voa back into M3s. But then Rose.
Yeah, I mean,
Rose is
Glorious
off.
picks Woa.
And Rose is being picked again? What's going
Yeah,
on?
I kind of feel like Glorious might be like exactly Percival, but I don't know.
This Pixel Mayo. I actually agree with Bank on this comment. This Pixel Mayo.
Yeah.
Well, Vangle, what would she want to see? I would pick Voa. I would definitely pick Voa. Or right hand side and Star Crush. But
Yeah, you pick War for sure, I think. Or unless, yeah, anti both. But I like if you're. I feel like if I'm Wangle, I'd be mad at War for not spying Glorious. But like at this point, I like. I don't think that applies anymore because 3.1, 3.2. Like if Star Crush is any sort of PR, like Glorious and War getting on two teams in a row.
it's I mean it's not VTs. 3.1, 3.2 are not VT picks. Maybe there's one VT in there. Voice res.
Me man res War from no missions.
Oh, holy moly.
I
Hmm.
mean, he can do that because 3.1, 3.2, but
Okay. So if I would be Vangal, well, she doesn't have to spy Rose and Chad, but she should have like a clear-cut team. It's like you pick square or you pick right hand side square.
yeah, actually, this is a very, I think is a very solid pick if Wangle is res.
Three. Yeah, it just has one bottom, one. Oh, two. Well, it's fine. Hmm.
I just don't know as Wangle if I'd ever pick Star Crush.
Another solo reject. Bottom. Bottom.
This is another one of those 1.5 is a big though teams, but like I like this one again. Like this is fine.
Makes sense from Mimon's POV, that's for sure. A good M1's pick. But yeah, people seem to hate M1s, and I would just ditch them as of right now.
Yeah.
So Salty, I would actually like to assume that Salty's res 3.3 has been off M2, Mimon, where? Alright, so I would feel like Mimon is gonna look good. Or is it Salty? No, it's not Salty and Mimon. I'll just say now. Salty versus Mimon. There's zero chance. Non-zero chance. A non-zero chance. Oh, so Voa says that there was some clean picking. Okay, Mimon's stress.
And so War is claiming one of these three teams.
Bottom. Probably claiming bottom. No, it's claiming 3.3 or bottom.
It could be any of those three actually. Like there are three teams that it could have been based on what War was saying. Because me man's res.
Salty was very
If
quick.
War is res.
Oh, Salty. Doesn't claim bottom once, but she rejects 4 to rest Mimon. You know, on logic, I start to dislike Salty. Is M1s from her POV? They don't have Mimon as res. And then she picks square to instantly. Then she reges bottom, which has good M1s. Then she picks square to
I'm just
instantly
very
res.
curious why you pick Square because I feel like you see 3.2. Like I just wouldn't pick that after 3.2. Like Star Crush has every reason to not take Glorious.
And she rejected, and she solo rejected 3.3 to that.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So
Let's see the
maybe
chat.
Salty could be Merlin on a rejected team. Like I'm
Colors Meme, okay, I got rest by everyone. Let's not try to comment on other players. You're gonna, okay, you are rest, shall we? There's pretty much zero different chat. There was clean rejected from Voa, and that meme is rest. He doesn't approve. So he keeps bottom open. Left hand side and Miman. Does it give sense? I feel like I already mentioned that team, left hand side Miman. It was 3.1. It's all rejected by Voa. I feel like Rose is gonna approve.
I think this is gonna be an app, to be honest.
No.
Like,
Feels like app.
I mean, they picked 3.1. If Glorious tries to spy Woa now, it's I'm just really concerned that if Glorious is res, they're just gonna get spied. Like,
Yeah, that would be a missed opportunity for spies. I would just hard spy Glorious if she was res.
yeah. I had Glorious and Wang spied
And
each
she
other,
approves.
and it's
And she
not.
approves. That's good. Alright, so Mr. Starcrush. Yeah, we have Meeman and we have Voa as res. Like, I would just go with it being Confres team. Those two people.
Yeah, I agree. I think Woa is res. Like, I think that at least I think one of Woa and Me Man is probably Merlin because of how like you look at the M1s. Oh wait, but like what would Glorious be? Like Glorious shouldn't be Percy then. Like Glorious would actually be Percy to Me Man. If we're assuming Glorious is res and Percival. I just don't understand where these picks are coming from Glorious. Like 3.1 doesn't feel PR, but it doesn't feel VT, but I don't understand why it's picked.
I have no idea. Honestly, have no idea. Starcrush approves. Okay, I'm gonna predict that this game will turn very quickly into third Confres. Because we have two options. One is that you will have two res find each other and start resing and like ask Vol and Neiman to like them. And the other is and two spies. So like Assassin Morgana will claim a team that doesn't have two people, and those two people will start claiming clean, and they will fight. Or the other option is that spies just won't be able to build a team, so the third person will be rest for free. You're not in 3-1. I don't know what 0.5 is. If 3-1 is clean. Well, Salty is looking at what teams now then? Oh, she's not claiming anything. She's just talking about teams without her.
I think like War still said that Clean was rejected and that there's still only three teams, and I feel like if the Clean wasn't rejected, the game was over because too many people have on Merlin because everyone seems to be thinking in terms of the rejected teams. And yeah, War is pointing out that Rose griefed, but
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like Glorious should have been spied if Glorious is spy. If I was VT at this point and she hasn't been spied by anyone besides Wangle, I just think she's res.
So because she's one of the VTs. Because then if she wouldn't be a VT, then she would be spied by VTs for playing illogically. And Morgana isn't spying her because she's obviously not Merlin. And Merlin isn't spying her because she's res. So yeah, that makes sense. I like that. I like that. So Rose should be just res. But then we are looking at bottom with Meme and Merlin.
Especially because the more I think about it, it would be very easy to spy Glorious if she's a spy because like Glorious is now claiming that Wangle's a spy, but Glorious is 1.5. It is so easy for someone to just spy Glorious out of the game if she's the spy.
Mm.
Because she just looks terrible and no one is spying her and she's like excuses are being made for her. And like look, this is a weird game, honestly. Like you don't chat like that if the person who unpicked is actually the spy, in my opinion.
Oh dear, do you remember what I said during M1s? That in games like this, when M1s are very chaotic, 1.5, 1.6 are two res. And we are looking at 1.5 being res already. If 1.6 is res as well, then 3.1 is clean. Then 3.1 would be clean. It's funny because we are looking at the game with probably rejected clean. What is Salty doing rejecting free, honestly? So what are the teams forming in chat? Meme and I have a read. Would you like me to tell you my read? Oh, he says that Salty's res. If you don't agree, you can tell me. And Meeman says, okay. Wait, bottom or right hand side? So Va hates Rose. And wants her bad. Dot.
Thing is, I think that like if you're a random player and you're trying to like get clean picked, then you would, if Rose the spy, you would ask for the pick to be in Glorious Wangle Bangle simply because like I feel like Glorious should look worse, but I don't feel like the game is being played as if that's the case. That's my guess. Otherwise, it's me, man, probably Merlin, and somehow Wora has been misled. Because I think Wora believes at least that Rose is res.
How was square picked? Like, damn. We had Salty res for a moment. Oh, and she's adding Glorious. Alright. I like that. I like that a lot. Bangle
Oh
again.
no! Oh no!
I'd rather add Bank currently. Or the PRs. Question marks. The instant
Oh
frame question marks.
no! Is it the meme man Merlin?
Seriously, how is this game even played? Yeah, so Salty is probably thinking the way we are.
Yeah, no. Like this is what I saw coming. Like I think I said, like if Salty's VT shifts, every right to believe the Rose is res.
Hmm. But then we add Vangle Bangle, so Salty solo rejects clean. Or maybe it's me meant to Vangle and Starcrush? You wouldn't add Starcrush because he just has 0 chat presence. And he picks 3.2.
Wora still hasn't voted.
He said that he's gonna go get a glass of water.
Ah, I see.
That's a captcha. He has to like solve the game, you know. It's like he's just thinking about the game right now, and when he gets like an idea who's to add, he's like, "Okay, I'm back, boys."
I'm concerned that whoever is like the VT in like obviously it's not Starcrush ad. Like I feel like whoever is the like if Salty is the VT is fine, but if Me-Man is the VT and didn't pick up on the fact that Glorious should have been Spy to She Spy, and that the ask was in the other pairing, like I really do feel like
Poor Rose, but she shouldn't be a VT.
I know, like that's the concern. Like how does VT do that? Like
But then Salty and Meeman, I mean Meeman and Va also seem kinda PR. Meeman Va is like I have read that Salty's res. Pick Salty. Then Meeman is I would prefer Vangle to be added. Salty, I never ever spied you. I don't understand this game. Buying Vank left and right. Do you no see?
okay, I think Me-Man is Merlin and the game's kind of over. Like that's the only way I can see this because I just don't understand how this went like this. Like Glorious was so easy to spy. How does no one spy her?
Yeah, how is she still in the game?
Oh, and we're adding SK?
Wait, what is going on? It's funny because three different people want three different ads.
Go ahead, Rose.
Excuse me,
Oh no.
question?
Yeah, like,
What's going on?
oh no. Who is Merlin?
This is mind-boggling. Oh dear. And Glorious isn't chatting. This is good manners from them. Oh, assaulting me. Who do you add?
It depends which slot I'm a VT in. If I'm a VT in Salty, I agree with her position. I think that
No.
like demanding Rosad is the only logical thing to
Mm-hmm.
do because at this point, Me-Man is the only Merlin. If you add Wrangle Bangle, it's just
No.
over. And I think this is what the entire game was leading up to. So I hope this is clean, or for the sake of Res at least.
Salty says, add Rose, and then rejects. Sure, Salty is a confirmed
nice,
VT.
nice reject. But Star Crush did not.
Well, can I talk yet, please? You don't have to talk, Rose. You really don't have to talk. No, we are not rejecting 2.1. Explain 3.1. Should she be explaining 3.1?
No, she shouldn't because
Yeah.
I look. If Salty's Merlin, I don't think Percival is Me-Man Aurora. I think it's glorious. So
So two VTs will they will, how can I say that? They will shake. They won't stay firm on their
yeah.
opinion.
Like if I was Woa, I would think Me-Man would be Merlin. And if I was Me-Man, I'd probably have thought Woa would have been Merlin. And
Yeah.
I think that probably Salty is Merlin. And that's how this went.
And she rejects bottom. Oh, and Starcrush is Morgana. That's why Meeman says we're not adding Starcrush and we're adding Vangle Vangle. Because Salty rejects bottom, so that means Vangle would be Raz. Right, does this pass?
Yeah.
This should be passing. Just pass.
Uh, I think it's clean. I just don't understand. Like,
And Salty Bank. Yeah, and Salty Bank Merlin.
Star Crush already voted.
Bank. We're not adding Starcrush. Sure.
So if you're VT and Woa, who do you think is Merlin? Like, who do you add as Woa? Because I think Woa
Oh,
is the most important position.
damn. If I'm Voa VT, Voa VT. Oh dear. There's this one argument that Glorious should have been removed from the game, but Spice wanted to keep her open for teams. That's why she wasn't Spice, right? But there's also this argument that oh, it passes and it's clean. Here we go.
Oh wait, Wangle is Morg, huh?
Wangless Mark and Merlin's on team. Oh, indeed. Oh,
And no
the
one knew Wangle wasn't the ad. So it's really feeling like Glorious is Percival to Salty. But they're shooting him more on me, man. I don't know. I could be wrong.
damn. I like Salty being Merlin a lot. It has this, this sophistication to it. Rejecting clean because it's probably not getting apt, and solo rejecting is a very viable team. Merlin and Merlin situation.
Unless it's Salty to me, man, and Salty knows that Wangle isn't the ad, but my problem with that is I just don't think 1.5 is VT. I just don't.
And
Because
then
that's the
3.1.
world, but I No. I mean 1.5. Like Glorious picking Wangle just feels so personal to me.
Hmm.
Like especially knowing that it's a Merlin. Like that just
Oh,
like
because of
me, I would choose.
1.1. Yes,
Yeah,
definitely. Glorious being Percival, and she would be Oh man, Vangle Bangle with salty Rose to Meeman. I don't think she would pick 3.1 as
oh
Percival to
wait, but
salty.
3.1 happened. Yeah, okay. Maybe not.
And then Meeman knows Morgana, and he says, add Vangle Bangle? Hmm, well, that would be strange.
Could Rose just be VT then? Like maybe I'm reading too much into like 1.5 as Percival. I just don't see how they shouldn't be Percival, I guess. Like there's too much power on the rest of the team.
Salty to Meeman, or Meeman to salty. Or Voa to salty, or Voa to Meeman. Voa to salty with 1.4, let's fucking go. We off picking some Merlins. Nah, salty isn't Merlin. Vangle has a read. She was trying to kill bot. Was she? Was she trying to kill bot? Let's see.
I don't remember it.
To add a scale, let's see. Enforce. Meeman is res. Is Vank and Voa gonna give any info? People.
Wait, can you scroll up a sec? I want to see something.
Who's
The last two lines.
from Salty?
Yeah, that go up. If there are two apps on bottom, I'd have to go with it, wouldn't I? I don't know. Like that's not Merlin chat.
What is
Like I really just think that's Merlin. Like regardless of the reject.
because she's talking about why I picked square. Oh yes, she's mentioning bottom. How does she kill bottom again? Mr. Spice?
I don't know.
Okay, maybe we'll find some. Are you blind, Starcrush? It is possible. What did Starcrush say? But whatever.
So wait, that is salty to like if Salty's trying to pick Wangle Bangle's team, that is that team. But why would she reject bottom? Like that's Moonman's team.
Because he approved? No. Why is bottom rejected?
I don't know.
Is
Like I feel like even by 3.4, you see Star Crush puts Glorious on.
damn, I
Like
like Salty Merlin. I
and
like
then
Salty
anti
Merlin a
Star
lot.
Clutch Glorious doesn't pass. Like I don't feel like Glorious should be spied anymore. Like after 3.2, 3.3, which I think are actually grave misplays by spies. Like Glorious just shouldn't be spy anymore.
Yeah, so let's see Meme to Salty, which would make sense. 1.3 is kinda accusing because it makes sense from him to accuse like Jesus Christ. And 1.1 Starcrush's assassin, then Salty's of picking Glorious and Starcrush, the voice always confess. Every Merlin's team. And this would be very likely.
I just wish 1.5 didn't happen. Like I mean I should be voting for spies. What am I saying? But like 1.5 just made this game extremely difficult for us.
Mm.
Like especially like say Salty really is Merlin. If Glorious picked me, man, I think it's the most logical pick. There's no way Salty's getting shot. Like
This game was lost in crit. Spice made a great mistake not spying Rose out of the game.
yeah, like no one bothered. Like I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Like 3.2 and 3.3, like they give Glorious like such a comeback. Like Glorious should have just been gone.
Mm-hmm. 3.2 is a mistake. So Vangel should be resting Starcrush. Starcrush should be going like, oh, Rose kind of something, talking with her, but like shading stuff. And then just say, okay, I guess Vangel is res. Build a team together with Vangel and possibly push right hand side and Starcrush. Or anti-salty and glorious. Use a free. But then, but one, yeah, maybe that wouldn't be the best team for Vangel to push. To be frank, was Vangel pushing free? Yeah, 1.1
I
is
don't
very
know.
1.1 is very unfortunate. She can't really push. If she's Morgana, she can't really push.
Yeah, unfortunately, Square was the team for her to push,
Oh yeah.
and 3.5 actually killed Square. Like the more I think about it, like Square is the safest team to push, and it's killed. So it's like I think more and more that Salty could have been Percy to Wangle, but like Salty to me, man, does work. I'm just I'm just scared that Me Man should have been worried that 1.5 was Percival.
Mm,
Because like I see a pick like that, like my immediate impression is like, oh, that's Percival.
what are the spies talking about now? Game. She's Merlin. Might get nervous. Who are they considering? I'm not shooting pros. 1.5 feels Percival because of that, but then the game is kinda sus. He's not Percival to Salty. Glorious to
Yeah.
Meeman. I feel like we talked about that combo. There's something wrong about it.
But then Salty can't override. Unfortunately, I think Salty has to be Merlin or Percival to me, man. Like I don't see any other lines anymore.
But then Salty to Meeman rejecting bottom like doesn't really work with.
I hate it. Like I hate it so much, but
But and Salty Merlin is just so
it
good.
does work.
It's just so good. If she rejects 3.3, then she's like rejecting clean, you know, and then she picks the
Yeah,
only
because
team
she already
Vangal can
rejected.
push. You know? Vangal can't really push anything else. Maybe top, but then she's kinda Vo is confessed in M3 or something. I
War
guess
also is
Cypher
one
first.
who res Salty.
And rejects 3.1. Does he have Percivals? Meme to Voa. I feel like we also explored Meme to Voa, and there was something wrong with that. Like
No,
Voa and Meme.
I don't think he's Merlin. I'm just like I'm looking for potential PRs that aren't Salty because like I feel like if Salty has Percivals that aren't me men, then Salty has a much better shot. I'm just like trying to think of War can be Percy to Salty.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, the more Percival makes sense, the more likely it is the info source was this person with the Percy's R2. Oh, Meme. 3.3 approve. Like, if Meme is Percival to Salty, that's a good approve on 3.3.
Yeah,
Very good.
it's
Then he's apping 3.1. Oh dear, Meme has been doing a lot of unpursing, and Salty was doing a lot of unmerlining in M3, if that's the combo. Oh
yeah.
dear.
Well, the thing about 3.3 is I feel like you can app it and then just buy Wangle because she's already on a fail and like she just shouldn't be picking that. Like I don't know what she should be picking to be honest. Okay, so what's the team from their point of view? It's oh wait no like she just doesn't have a team because her team if Miman's Percy to Salty was M2. So like Wangle is literally just buy if Miman's personal.
Hmm. Yeah.
Or at least picked a wrong M1 because I guess Glorious would have to be spy then.
They still have 20
But
minutes to shoot. I feel like they will take those 20 minutes, unfortunately. I had Glorious to Meme, and we also considered Glorious to Meme. I feel like we went over every single combo. That makes sense. Oh dear. Voa to Salty. Yeah, I feel like
Well,
I like Voa to Salty the
Salty's
most.
living.
You know? Voa to Salty.
I like it. Like I think it's a very solid line. I'm just not understanding spy shot logic.
The spies are a little bit sus.
I mean, they could be right. I don't see how Boa is Merlin.
Yeah, me neither. He was like kinda opposed to adding Rose. And Meeman the same. Like Meeman saying no, it's not Rose. I feel like he really thought he didn't pick clean. Vol was the first person to mention that we have rejected clean, to be frank.
Yeah, and I really struggle to see that as VT the more I think about it. Like, can War? Okay, hold on. Let me just think about what teams War can see. Can he say that as VT?
Hmm.
For all the
Gosh.
teams he's seen. But like, no. But he rejected 3 missions, and
Not like
he
salty too.
rejected a lot.
Well as VT, if so. Yeah, Meeman did really good this game. Maybe he just like flinched at the end. But who can blame him? Walter. So from your team, we have who's playing from your team? Can you say it
I
again?
am voting for the spies to shoot
Oh yeah, it's
correctly.
Vangle.
I am on Team Wangle Bangle.
And Starcrush is from team number 6. It's Walter Juniors and Kitty Cats. Unfortunately, the second and third place, 2 points
Yeah.
apart
Okay. So
from
it
each
doesn't
other.
matter as much.
Yeah, unfortunately. But if Spice miss, then I feel like Devastating Assassins Team 1 is just getting too much
Sorry.
ahead.
Did Salty State add Star Crush? Did I
Yes,
miss
yes,
something?
she did. She did, right. She
Can I
said
see
it's
this?
either Rose.
I don't buy bottom after 3.1. Did I totally just miss this
No, no,
chat?
no. She's saying why I rejected. It's like I rejected bottom because.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm spying Wang left and right.
Okay, let's see the beginning. He says like, so I fucking give up. I'm in bank outage. Why are you reviving her? Though I'm spying for Wank left and right. Meeman item by bottom after 41. So add SK. She's like, I hate Vangle Bangle. It's Rose, but if it's not Rose, then it's just Sarkrush.
Oh, who flaked that was a spy and Wang did. So she's a spy, and we're adding. Can you scroll down again? I want to see this chat continue.
Oh, scroll down. Yeah, that's right.
Go
Sorry.
ahead. Star Crash is a spy. Go ahead, Rose.
Who says that? Meeman says Starcrush is a spy. Go at Rose. If Salty keeps being Fang.
So I guess it could be salty to meme. I just
Salty to Meeman. Oh dear. What was wrong with Salty to Meeman? Why did we eliminate that at one point? Well, 3.3 is
I
rejecting
think
each
like
other.
my reason is just I just don't think it explains the game as well because the way this game like just salty potato Percival. There was something I didn't like was it's because I didn't like salty potato Percival rich and bot. I really don't like that. Like it's that shouldn't be rejected.
Especially after 3.2. If I'm Percival, I see
Yeah.
3.2. I'm like, Rose is getting involved into the game for no reason after picking 3.1.
Honestly, 3.2 coming from a VT, I think you can just buy it right then and there. Why would you ever pick that? Like,
Yeah.
why? Like, what role are you to pick that? Like, I see VT, I would just buy 3.2. And like, if I was Wangle, I'd hate Starker so much for picking that because it just like I think 3.2 and 3.3 were really bad for spies. Like, I don't see how glorious. I don't see how Res win this if spies don't make it easy to res glorious. But like, I still knew like, but I guess res didn't. I don't know.
Anti-salty, but the problem Wangle has is just 1.1. She can pick 3.3 if she plays for
But she can
Rose
pick it as
Merlin.
glorious as a spy. I think.
Yeah, anti-Vo and Meeman. I would prefer to see that in 3.3. What are the spies talking about right now? A lot of chat.
The other explanation I can find for how Salty the Meme Man works is Meme Man figured out that Salty is Percival based on Square, or had an educated guess that it's Percy to Wangle Wangle, and then like gambited on that.
Oh dear. Let's see if Vo signaled at all. What did he signal? Yeah, I like Vo to Salty the most as of right now.
I would be very impressed if Salty is actually VT like spies think. Because, like, I do think there is a conceivable universe where a VT can follow the same logic we were suggesting about how Glorious should have been spied if she's spy. So she's res. But, like, I don't believe it, but I'd be very impressed. I don't really have much else to say.
But spies are like, they don't even think it could be Salty. Like, never, because she rejected bottom. Rejected bottom, and then she quote unquote killed bottom. It's a meme. She didn't kill bottom. She just said something like, she literally picked Rose, and then she was angry that people don't think it's Rose. And go like, oh yes, of course I reject because Rose is picking 1.5, 3.1. I hate Rose. And this is the type of chat that she used.
Yeah, I
Who's
don't
the
know. Like
first to
that's what I
Russ
think it
Salty?
is.
Alright, I want to see who was the first person to Russ Salty. How was she involved in the game?
I think War res Salty.
Let's try to see. Did Salty say anything? Makes this. Okay, so this is where crit starts. Voa is instantly saying that there's clean rejected in M3. Gonna move for now. Is Vang and Voa gonna give an info? Or are we gonna just rest the person zero mission? You picked square. And there are two apps, so
Man,
bottom.
like, doesn't that hint that, like, are we just gonna res personal and zero missions?
Yeah,
That's scary, chat as Merlin.
and it could be Percival chatting that, like, I want to give you a chance, so I'm talking with you. Looks like we are resistance members, Meeman. I rejected clean if Rose is res. This is not left hand side. Oh yes, he doesn't think it's. Oh no. Yes, definitely, because it's either bottom or left hand side, Meeman. That's just 100%. Yep, that's true. Salty, shut up. How about we stop talking? Wait a second. Wait a second. If Rose is res, I rejected clean, and Salty says, how about we stop talking? Hmm. This is sus. If she's Merlin and Va is kinda carrying the game right now,
Yep.
why does she say this? Oh dear. I don't know at 1.5. Oh, because she doesn't consider bottom. It's like, shut up, Va, it's not 3.1. When Va says, I rejected clean if Rose is if Rose is res.
Do you feel like no one pays any attention to Wangle Bangle? Because I feel like no one pays attention to Wangle Bangle here. Like Wangle just talks and then
Oh, Merlin.
like no one talks to her.
What do you think about Voa Merlin?
I think I'm starting to think it's possible, especially because War got res and no one gives a shit about Wangle Bangle. She just doesn't matter.
Yeah, and Salty is not seeing bottom as possible team
Oh,
from this chat.
but War said it's 100% not bottom, and then bottom still got picked. That's my concern with War Merlin.
Did he say that?
Like it's a big angle. Yeah, much later in the game.
Fuck.
Like in M5, I think.
I'll just gonna say now, I'll spot anyone. Okay, sure. I'll be honest, I could be a hammer here, it could be a... Okay. I'm never picking
I'm never picking bottom versus a spy.
What the fuck is this game?
So it shouldn't be Woa. Like I don't think he gets away with that. Like
Jesus. Even Merlin? Salty to me, but I don't like Salty to me, man.
I don't. I would be so upset if bottom got rejected.
And like whole M3s are Salty and Merlining and Memeing and Persing.
Yeah.
Salty's rejecting everything and rejecting even the clean. Complete and Merlin. I guess 3.3 could be Merlining. Solo rejection.
Yeah.
But then Memeing is just like his apping anti-2 Merlins. It's on Percy. Then his apping to Merlins again, it's in Percy. And then he picks bottom when maybe this is the Percying. Oh dear.
I don't know. I just looking at M3, like I just think Salty played very strange if she's Percival's right hand side. Like Me Man picks without Wangle Bangle. Wangle Bangle picks with Me Man, a confirmed failing mission after being on a failed M2. Me Man picks something that has like chances, and Salty rejects it and picks Wangle Bangle again. Like Wangle Bangle could have picked Square. Like that. That's why I don't like Salty. That's why I don't like Salty to Me Man. I don't like 3.5 at all.
Yep, and
In that
Salty
world.
should be upping bottom. She really should be upping bottom, and I feel like she would. If that was the case. You know, if she was Percival to me, man.
Yeah.
But oh dear. Salty. What's your rule? Okay, let's see Percival to Voa. Salty to Voa. I feel like there was a problem with this team as well. What would it be?
I think the problem with Salty War, I think, was that War was like it's never ever bought, and then
Yeah, right.
everyone was like, we're picking bot.
Yeah. Oh my
Glorious
God.
should never get added either. Like if Glorious is Merlin, I do not think she's getting added in a million years. So
Yeah. Oh my God. This game is so strange. Oh, they say that they have to shoot Memeing. Don't fire yet, but I think
it's at least a 50-50. I just don't think it's ever not one of those two.
Oh right, they have just 5 minutes left. We've been already 25 minutes into this assassination. Wow. And Clean was rejected again. In this tourney, the Clean likes to be rejected.
Yeah, there's been a lot of clean rejects and overplays in general, I think.
We even had once a Clean pick reg on 3.1.
Yes, I
That was unfortunate. And it was
Wasn't
close.
there that was a tournament game, right? With 4 rejects on clean in like 3.1 or 3.2.
I feel like it was solo approved by. Oh no, it was zero
Oh, it was
approved.
solo
Yes,
approved.
zero.
Yeah.
Zero.
That was just
I mean, and it was picked by Percival. Yeah, zero apps and clean. It's
damn
so
it.
hard to win missions after something like that. Oh, thinking good to shoot. Do we see the solution of the game?
Let's find out.
Let's go.
It could. There is
Oh dear.
potato to me, man.
It was salty to me, man. Why do you reject 3.4 then, salty?
Whatever. I mean, I'm glad my team won. I just don't think I'd have shot this for that reason. Just like
Hmm. That didn't make sense at all. But I guess Salty really didn't see bottom as possibility in M4.
like
I mean
but
M3.
but Star
M5.
Crush picked 3.2. Like, how is Star Crush not the most assassin of the VTs?
Yeah. Oh dear. Alright, I guess this is it. They fucking solved.
This is it. Good job, Wangle Bangle. Shout out. No
Good
cap.
job, Uncle. Alright guys, see you next time.